Hey guys, it's Roxanne from RoxanneLynch.com. Hey, how's it going in your neck of the woods today? Okay, this is a crazy subject. Spontaneity. Really? Should we be being spontaneous on Facebook? Should we be spontaneous within our business? Especially since I've been talking so much about being consistent, being reliable, being trustworthy. If we're thinking about it in that way, doesn't spontaneity butt heads against consistency, against that? And so I want to talk about this because this is a huge subject that you have 100% control over. So when we're thinking about spontaneity, and how we can implement this within our businesses, within our lives, and just having a heck of a lot more fun. I really am getting excited about this. So this is what I love to do. You guys know that my name is Roxanne Lynch, and I love to pop into your world, sometimes on a blog post, sometimes from a YouTube channel, sometimes from live video, where I can help create some new fresh thoughts so you guys can get some better results and better traction and momentum within your beloved businesses, whether you're within my team in social retail or going on your own beloved path. I know that there's enough sunshine and success out there for everybody. Okay, so growing up, I just want to drop a real quick short story. Growing up, I lived in a very spontaneous family. Travel and visiting friends and family for my mom and dad and me as kids was a really big deal. And my dad kind of did it usually due to money reasons, to be very honest and vulnerable here. Growing up in a logger's family and a dad that worked in the bush the majority of his life, and working sometimes shift work and working odd hours, if it was near payday and a piece of machinery broke down, there was so many times that my brother and I would get picked up at the end of the road. We would get off the school bus and into the truck, and we were off going somewhere. It was very spontaneous. Mom would be packed, me ready to go in less than half an hour. That was something very special, and it taught us that change is good. Spontaneity is fun. So it was excitement, it was adventure. And I really want to dig into this, as how we can apply this within our businesses and utilizing social media and our posting patterns of how to create some excitement. All right. So of course, you guys know that I'm a note taker because I know your time is precious. So I want to keep on track as much as I can. But there is a huge difference between consistency and predictability. Okay, we want some consistency. We want to be known as we're trustworthy and we're reliable and we're going to be there. We're going to be cheerleaders and encouragers within women's lives. We're going to be able to have that tribe and that sisterhood. So when women reach out to you for your business or your product or your service, they know that you can be counted on. So consistency is one thing, but predictability isn't. It's like predictability is like, you just got to yawn. Predictability is boring. And on social media, we should never, ever, ever be boring, okay? It should never be the same old, same old. That is the quickest way to lose followers, to lose your momentum, is by getting into the rut, okay? Social media and building our businesses is an everyday adventure. You just don't know what is going to happen next. You just don't know who's going to send you a message. You just don't know who's going to reply to a comment. And that's why spontaneity is so imperative, especially within our communications, especially within our posting, okay? So I want to share some ideas with you for thinking about this, because we know that it's really difficult for women to connect with a big brand when it comes to different big companies out there. I'll just use like Pepsi or say Tide, those big mega companies. We know that it's hard to connect with a company, and that's why those companies, and that's why our companies use us as their representatives. I mean, that's when, in Tide commercials or Pepsi commercials, they don't talk about the corporation and inside the box and how they manufacture the product. They talk about the feelings and the emotions and a real person, a real everyday person walking the street, a real mom doing laundry, a real person wanting to refresh their parched throat, right? So that's what we can connect with. And that's why women, when we're working within social media, when we're posting, when when we're sharing our lives, when we're sharing aspects of our business, we want to share the quirky, we want to share the crazy, that social, that seriousness, the energy, the dreamy. We want people to be able to have fun with us, because that is inviting, that is attractive, and that's what we want women to be able to connect with and have them feel that you're just an everyday person too, and it's okay to reach out and connect with you, all right? So if we're thinking about this, yes, this being spontaneous isn't about being willy-nilly. It's about embracing an idea when it pops into your head and thinking, how is this usable? This is, which leads me into doing the unexpected, okay? Like I said, the powerful, having those people pull to you when it comes to that engagement. When we do the unexpected, the engagement and the interaction within those conversations is absolutely a beautiful thing. Like your Facebook comments just blow up, all your emoticons pop up, and different people are sharing your post. So that's something to be triggering on every week, is understanding what your audience really wants. And sometimes they want the surprise, they want the unforeseen, they want to have those aha moments, the same self-discovery that you have had, all those discoveries and thinking about things outside the box. People want to be mentally stimulated, and spontaneity is a huge part of it, okay? So by breaking the patterns and by breaking the past repetitions of what we've been doing online is very, very powerful, okay? So, which leads me into tip number 3, which is knowing that we do want different, okay? We don't want the same old results. Whether, no matter what product or what company or what business or what service you're doing, a woman is coming to you asking you questions about something is because they want something different. They want a pain or a problem or a trial and tribulation to be alleviated, or they want hope and inspiration and empowerment, and they need that bridge to the sunny side. So it has to be very relatable, it has to be fresh, it has to be inspiring. So we want to be able to create those moments of feelings, okay? Spontaneity is huge when it comes to creating a feeling and those thoughts and helping women think outside the box. So a lot of people go into tip number 4, which is working on that 80-20 rule, okay? 80% is kind of what we know we are going to be sharing within our days and our lives, but also 20% is, it has to be like right out of the blue, like, where'd this woman go and what'd she come back with this idea for? I mean, that truly helps build your identity online. It helps build your brand, and it helps create that differentness, okay? If all the cars in the world were white and you show up with a red car, what's going to happen? Everyone's just going to see a red car, okay? Show up differently and allow that spontaneity, that interpersonal spark, that inner glow that only you have, to start showing up, okay? Which leads me into tip number 5, which is you have to start following your gut more, okay? I actually have a journal beside my bed, because some of my best ideas happen when I'm trying to say my gratitudes, my blessings, my thank yous, whether it's, God or the spirit or the universe, however you want to say it. But in the evenings when I close my eyes and I'm trying to say my thanks for the day, just being thankful for my beautiful day that I've had, all these great ideas come to me. And I have forgotten so many great ideas because I didn't write them down. So follow your gut, okay? If a person comes to your mind, this is huge. If you're doing something in your daily task and a woman comes to your mind and your heart, reach out to that person as soon as possible. Okay, because likely she is thinking about you. And I have had so many conversations with women saying like, oh my gosh, I was thinking about you. I meant to ask you about that product the other day. I meant to ask you about, your birthday specials for the month of May. I know you turn 50 in a couple days. Tell me about those birthday specials. I forgot to ask you about those, okay? If a person comes to your mind and your heart, like, if you can't because you're at work, first chance you get, run to the bathroom and send them a text message, or leave them a voice clip, or say hello to them, okay? That is kind of like what my friend said, the universe is giving you nudges, okay? I never really always believed in that, but it's weird. It happens. It's real. It is happening around you and to you all the time. Are you listening to the spontaneity of your gut and your heart and your instinct, okay? And it's the same thing with an idea. If you have a weird and quirky idea, and you're going like, oh my gosh, that's a great idea. Oh, I could never do that. I could never say that. Don't be afraid of breaking the norm and doing the difference, because that is going to get you different results. It's going to give you different, that positive impact, that positive ripple around your communication. So don't be afraid of doing something wild and weird and wacky that no one else has ever done, okay? Be a trendsetter, okay? Break new trails, break new paths for another woman to follow by embracing this unique idea that no one has ever done on Facebook before, or no one has ever talked about before. And that same thing with conversations. You know, if your gut and your heart and your instincts are being spontaneous within you, reach out to those conversations, connect with those people, post those ideas, or create conversation around them on Facebook, something that's meaningful to you, and saying like, this is what I was thinking about today. What do you guys think about this? Allow a woman to contribute to your spontaneity, because they might be looking for an outlet, they might be looking for a platform, they might be looking to connect. And the more connections we can make with women, you know what it leads to, right? Connections to conversations, conversations to the next step of whatever's going on within your world. Whether it's just a beautiful friendship, or whether it might one day over the rainbow lead to business, you don't know. But it doesn't happen without those connections. And the connections happen from you following your spontaneity and showing up online where women can connect and relate to you, okay? And like I shared lastly, is tip number 6, which is a lot of self-discovery, okay? When you start showing up in your own weird and wonderful way and embracing some spontaneity and letting it shine through, that increases that self-discovery. It increases that chance of, and that opportunity of changing the present logic that's going on within your brain, the present thinking and patterns and predictabilities and the ruts in your life, and allows for fresh creativity, fresh ideas, fresh inspiration, and it creates that shift within your mind and allows things to happen differently, okay? So your homework today is to do, and my friend Bree and I had an amazing conversation this morning, and this comes from my girlfriend Bree, and we were talking about some things. And so she was saying one of her mentors shared with her, and I'm going to share it with you, is tomorrow morning when you wake up, do everything with the other hand. Okay, do everything on the other foot. So if you wake up and you brush your teeth with your right hand, I want you to wake up and brush your teeth with your left hand. If you pour the coffee pot with your left hand into your right hand cup, do it reverse. If you put your sock on the left foot first, put it on the right foot first, okay? If you drive to work and you always turn right, I want you to turn, if it's possible, turn left and make the long loop. Make a different loop to work. Do things differently. Allow spontaneity to come into your life. Allow creative thought to come into your life. Okay? So those are my ideas from today, because those different things that you're going to allow yourself to do and encourage yourself to do are going to give you new results. And it's going to allow you to examine and reflect and then rework and tweak it, okay? So those are my thoughts I wanted to leave with you. If you guys got some value, definitely, match those emoticons. Share some positive spontaneity with me. What was the last thing that you did that was spontaneous within your life or your business or relationship or anything beautiful in your world? What was the last thing that you did that was spontaneous, and how did that turn out for you, okay? Definitely. I'm excited to see what you girls have to share with me today. All right. So if you guys got value, of course, sharing is caring. I'm looking forward to your comments below. All right. You guys have a great one. Bye, guys.